You need to shut the fuck up.
Hey, motherfuckers. This is Minx. Suck my balls.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
put on your uniform right,
Expert Action Badge.
show up to work on time,
Expert Action Badge.
qualify on your weapon,
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
find your guidon.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right, just doing your noble warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action. The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. Action Badge.
This is Randy Couture, and you're listening to WTF Nation Radio.
Welcome to Friday night. It is January 26, 2018. Almost said 17. Hello. We fucking made it through a week. Congratulations to us. Hello, Pookie.
Hey.
Are you still alive?
Yeah, I'm alive. I got distracted. Sorry.
Something shiny or like something slutty?
No, it was someone driving down the road, and I was like, who's this?
Oh. Oh, right. And you do live, like, you know, in the part of the country where if it's a pair of headlights you don't recognize, you're like, who the fuck is this person? Let me grab my shotgun. Hold on.
Shots fired over air.
Right. Oh my goodness. How's your week
Get
been?
off my yard.
Right? That's going to be you. But with, you are going to be, oh my God, a Clint Eastwood, but like with a beard. Like, get off my yard. Meh. That's you. That's going to be you.
Oh, yeah. But my week was, fun, I guess. I played Skyrim all week. That's all I did.
Which one?
I wasn't messing with the VR one. The VR one gives me like vertigo, like no one else's business. So I went back to playing the regular old Skyrim, and I started a new character, and that's what I've been doing all week.
Like Skyrim, because they're coming out with a new one.
I did not see that.
You don't know that? It's it's gonna be based in the water world where those fucking lizard people are from.
Oh, Black Marsh?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where it's going to be. So enjoy swimming everywhere instead of, walking and roaming and wandering around.
Killing horses left and right.
Right. I will, I have that game on my Xbox. I just haven't played it in a long time. So
I don't know. It seems to be like I keep getting these new games, and I just keep going back to it for some reason. I don't know what it is.
I've kind of become a little obsessed with Rainbow Six Siege, like to the point where I'm having dreams that I'm a fucking operator, and I'm like busting down doors and like breaching shit and fucking clearing buildings, rappelling down fucking like from windows and and I'm like, I've never done, like, legit. The only time I've ever breached a doorway or, like, cleared a building was during WLC, right? And, like, that was it. And that was only during, like, the 6 lanes. And, again, that was it. So, I don't know what I'm fucking doing. Why am I dreaming about this shit? I wake up and I'm like, the fuck just happened? Like, why? I'm not an operator. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, so some people have them dreams every night and they don't want to have those dreams.
Right. Whereas me, I'm over here like, yeah. Fuck. The fuck? I'm fucked up. Whoops.
I don't know. I have some really funky dreams sometimes. Like, I think the last dream I remember having, there was like zombies chasing me or something. It was just weird.
I think there were zombies chasing me. I don't know. It was weird though. Yeah, and then yeah, so I've been dreaming about, being an operator, and so that's been fun. Obviously, it's a video game, so it wasn't a real thing or a real experience of mine. But god damn it. Oh well. Yeah, no, I've had a good week. I did not have to work today, so that was nice.
It's always a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Let's see what else. I was on call last night, but didn't get called in, so that's always a good thing. Yeah, I don't know, just sitting here trying to avoid getting sick. I had hair forcibly removed from my body today.
Ouch.
And yeah. And so the girl who did it, she was sick. And apparently had like 103-degree fever yesterday, but they said she did not have the flu, so she came into work today, and I'm like, are you sure you should be doing this right now? Like, should you be here? So yeah, so I might end up getting sick now. Hooray!
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
Not really.
No, not at all. Fucking not at
The flu
all.
sucks.
Yeah. But no, okay, so on my way to my appointment today, I was talking to Pip, and like out of nowhere, I start singing Hootie and the Blowfish, and I'm like, I want to listen to them, because last week, I had a couple people over at my house, and I've got an Echo, and one of my friends was like, hey Alexa, play Hootie and the Blowfish, at first it was like, it's a random fucking band, but then like they started playing, I was like, oh my god, I love these guys. So
Yeah.
So like I just started busting out some Hootie on my way to my appointment to have hair removed from my body. And yeah. Fucking weird. And then you and I, we were talking about that, and from the movie Ted, like A-I-O-U.
Damn.
Spanky, you're welcome. Spanky's mad at me right now.
Oh.
Apparently, her Alexa. Hey Alexa, play
Well, I
Michael
wonder
Jackson.
how many people.
Now that I know that her Alexa is listening. Yes. Oh my God.
Well,
yes.
I wonder how many people we could trigger with that. You just gave me an idea for tomorrow night.
Hey Alexa, play this porn. Right? Oh, like that one video where she was about to, like, play the audio for some porn for like a 3-year-old child. Like, ah!
Oh yeah, the kid walked up and said, "Hey Alexa, play like Dicker Dicker or something like that." And started playing porn.
Amazing. Like, not for the kid, and like I'm pretty sure the parents were traumatized, and not so much the child.
Well,
like
the child had no idea what was going on.
The kid had no idea. Like, I mean, unless like they're constantly like, watching it in front of said child, right? But fucking 3-4 years old, that kid's not gonna fucking know what he's listening to. He's just gonna know what's going on, right? So I think the parents were more traumatized. But yeah, fucking
That's the technology these days.
right, yeah. It's a good time. Casey told me to stop. Why should I stop, Casey? Why should I stop? I wanted like Alexa.
So I'm gonna say Alexa.
Or what's the other one? Like Google, right?
I think it's Hey Google.
Hey Google, play Hootie and the Blowfish. You're welcome, everybody. Now you get to listen to vowel sounds.
Good old 90s grunge music.
Hell yeah. Oh, it's so good. It's so good, though. Like, you turn it on and you're like, oh, this is amazing. And then you remember, like, you know, this is almost 30 years ago. And you're like, God, I'm old.
Get me depressed again today.
I'm sorry.
I hate Facebook, like, with its memories and shit, because you'll see some shit from, like, 6 years ago. I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened to me?
No, I've got Time Hop as well, right? I love triggering people's Alexas. Alexa, no, I have Time Hop as well, right? So I see memories like on Facebook and then Time Hop as well. And like I have not aged in 10 years at all.
Oh, you got good genes.
Yeah, have not aged. Like,
I
look
went
at
from like
pictures,
20
I'm
to
like,
40 overnight.
Well, that's just because you became like, you know, backwoods hippie who stopped play. Phil, play. Hey Alexa, play Nickelback. You're welcome, everybody in the nation. No, but oh my God, no, I love Nickelback though. I do. I love them. And like I found something quite interesting, and it's true. You never find someone who's just like, I like them. You know, like I don't love them, but I just like them. No one ever says that about Nickelback. They're either like, I can't fucking stand them, and the entire band needs to burn in hell, or they're like, oh my God, I love Nickelback. There's no in between. At least I haven't found one.
Oh, well, that's like me and Guns N' Roses. Everyone likes Guns N' Roses, and I fucking despise Guns N' Roses. I fucking hate that band.
Why do you hate them?
Axl Rose is a douche, man. He's a straight up douchebag.
Right out with it, yeah. Axl Rose is a douche. Have you met him?
Not personally, but I've known of his history, and he's a douchebag.
But he's a goddamn douchebag. Good to know.
I hope he's listening.
Do what?
I said I hope he's listening.
I doubt
he's
it.
Douche.
I fucking doubt it. Like, there's no way. There's no way that he's listening right now. I don't think we've gotten
that high-pitched screeching noise out of his mouth.
But like more high pitched.
Higher than that, yeah.
Fucking. Oh my goodness. Ugh. So you know that Tide Pod challenge?
Oh yeah. Darwinism 101. Okay, let's do this.
Oh my God. Did you see that picture that Amari King posted? Or sorry, Amory King. Where
where he's like, welcome to the internet, or welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch.
Yeah, he's like, he's like, you must be new to the internet. Welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch. I was like, yes, because he put out something like, you know, everyone's doing this Tide Pod challenge. Snort a line of this, and it's like Ajax, and I was like, yes. You know, people, you know, all the smart people out there are like, oh your card has Gatorade in it, drink it. Or like, if you unscrew this on your car, chocolate comes out, drink it. And it's just,
or there's cotton candy in your attic.
Yeah, you know, go eat that. And like people are getting so upset because they're like, people are gonna actually do it. Good. We don't need those genes in the gene pool. Get them out.
Maybe, you know, like we've been bitching about like natural selection for so long that finally the internet is helping along, or like the AI Skynet is like feeding this stupidity
right?
to make us kill ourselves.
No, and I fully agree, and I think that it needs to happen. Like I'm a full believer. Like, let's go. Like Darwinism, natural selection. whatever you want to call it, it needs to happen.
Yes.
So the makers of Tide, Procter & Gamble, also known as P&G, they've released an ad aimed at stopping this Tide Pod challenge. Because remember, like, not only are kids fucking eating laundry detergent, they've started to smoke it. Like, they've fucking upped the ante. They fucking have started putting it into vapes. And they're like, we're fucking cool as we fucking die of respiratory failure. I'm like, good job for you. Like, fucking morons.
I mean, I heard you can get real high off of mixing chlorine, bleach, and ammonia together.
You can. Yeah, no, it produces this thing called chlorine gas, which NATO has specifically said you cannot use this against against humans because of how cruel and inhumane it is. Like, it will fuck you up. But yeah, go for it. Mix chlorine and ammonia. Do it. I mean, you'll die, but it's going to be a shitty death. But, you know, that's fine. Exactly. Veterans report. Exactly. At least their lungs will be clean. Exactly. So P&G says it's working to stop the Tide Pod Challenge, a social media fueled trend in which teenagers eat single load laundry detergent packets because apparently the warning label on the container was not enough. The American Association of Poison Control Centers warned last week that it has seen a spike in teenagers eating the detergent pods, which it says can cause seizures, respiratory arrest, and even death. CEO David Taylor called the trend dangerous and extremely concerning in an online post Monday. He said the company is working with social media companies to remove videos of people biting into the detergent and asking adults to speak with children about the hazards. If your teenager has gotten this far in life and does not know better than to not eat laundry detergent, you have failed as a parent. I'm saying it right now. You fucking failed. Congratulations. You are letting an idiot into society. Bravo. Fucking, ugh. Taylor said, his quote is saying, let them know that their life and health matter more than clicks, views, and likes. In the first 15 days of the year, Poison Control Centers said that they have handled 39 cases of intentional misuse among 13 to 19-year-olds. I'm sorry, 19-year-olds. So there's people allowed to vote doing this. Let this fucking sink in. These people are not only allowed to drive, they're allowed to fucking vote.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, we're going to fucking eat laundry detergent because we're fucking cool. Oh, God. Poison Control Centers handled 53 such cases for all of last year alone. So we're almost at last year's numbers. And it's only January. Congratulations, Internet. The pods have...
I want to shake the man who came up with this chat. I want to shake their hand, whoever came up with it, and say thank you.
Right. Thank you for getting rid of the weak, thinning out the herd. This is amazing. Oh, God. Fucking natural selection at its best. Like, honestly, go make some...
The Russians.
Yeah, it's the Russians. Go make some toast with while you're in the bathtub, while you're at it. Do that.
Oh, yeah, that's the best toast because it comes out just perfect.
Oh, my God. It's absolutely amazing. Or save time. Life hack. Blow dry your hair while you're in the bathtub. What?
Oh, wow. I never even thought of that.
Mm-hmm. How do you think I got these curls? Oh, my God. So this article goes on to say, the pods have generally been a hit for P&G, which also makes Crest toothpaste and Charmin toilet paper. I love Charmin, by the way. I'm just putting that Anyways, the company posted quarterly revenue Tuesday of $17.4 billion and fiscal second quarter net income of $2.5 billion. The results topped Wall Street's expectations. P&G has faced safety issues with Tide Pods before. Shortly after it was introduced, the product in 2012, the company announced that it would create a double latch lid to deter young children from accessing and eating the detergent packets. Some children mistook the brightly colored 1-inch pods for candy. I don't know how, but, fuck it, whatever. To deter teenagers, P&G released a 20-second video of football player Gronkowski earlier this month telling viewers not to ingest the pods. Quote, "What the heck is going on, people?" he said in the video. "Use Tide Pods for washing, not eating." This is where it gets even better. A New York City pizzeria even launched Tide Pods because of the trend, offering pizza rolls stuffed with cheese and pepperoni and topped with dyed cheese to make it look like a Tide detergent pod. You can't fucking make this shit up.
I don't even know what to say about this.
You can't fucking make it up. This is the disturbing part, is that you really, you can't fucking make this shit up. What the fuck? People are so fucking obsessed about being internet famous that they're willing to fucking go through respiratory arrest or chemical burns or fucking, death to get X number amount of likes or to get X number amount of shares or to get their fucking face out there.
I mean, there's a quicker way to do it than eating a Tide Pod. You just videotape yourself jumping off a bridge. I'm pretty sure you get tons of views doing that.
Right. The problem, Pookie, problem with that logic is how are you going to upload said video after you hit the ground?
I'll just do it live.
Oh, do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Friggin'. Ugh. Oh my God. Apparently donut shops are doing a Tide thing. There's now a drink called the Tide Pod. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, this is going to be written down 100 years from now. And people are going to scratch their heads trying to figure this shit out.
Right. Ugh.
And just remember, when you're in a nursing home, this is the generation that's going to be taking care of you.
Right? Yeah. Like I said, they're having legal adults, people who are legally allowed to vote, are fucking doing this. Oh, hey, Veteran Support just put out the shot recipe.
I seen a picture of the shot online.
Right? It does. It looks like, a Tide Pod. I don't know if I would drink it, though, because, again, I'm not a fucking idiot who needs to be reminded, hey, don't consume laundry detergent. Am I the only, honestly, is my generation, and technically, I want to be considered transgenerational because I don't identify with these fucking millennials. They need to fucking bump that, the start of that, they need to bump it back a couple years. I identify with Generation Y, right? That's where I've always been called until apparently recently. But these fucking children are allowed to vote.
Is it? Well, no. This is the end of the millennial. We're like the first of it, and then the guys are the ladies and gentlemen that are able to vote now are the end of the millennials. It's now Generation Z or something like that.
Oh, really?
Those are the ones. Those are the ones eating the Tide Pod. So we've progressively got stupider over the last. This is that movie Idiocracy playing out.
No,
is what
it really is. It really is. Speaking of trans whatever, because I'm pretty sure we fucking called it when, if we go around saying how Oh yeah. Oh, I'm going there. If we go around pretending to accept that a guy is a girl and a girl is a guy, because it's gonna make them feel better and it's gonna make them not want to kill themselves, even though statistically, referring to someone by whatever pronoun that they want to be referred to by does not affect their suicidal percentage. It doesn't. Statistically, they still have the same fucking suicidal tendencies as they did being called not the pronoun that they want to be called. So because of this and because of our society wanting to cater to the, what was it, like the 0.1% of the population, and then also catering to everyone's feelings and like, oh, I'm trans fucking species or I'm transracial. Well, apparently someone's trying to pull the trans age. There's a dude who was arrested in I think it was Chicago. He's claiming to be trans age. He's claiming to be a 9-year-old boy trapped in a 32-year-old man's body because he is accused of raping and molesting 3 little girls. 2 of them are age 6, 1 is age 8. And he is trying to use the excuse that he's trans age and therefore not a pedophile to get off of like all of his charges, for his fucking case to be dismissed and for him not to be found guilty. Congratulations, it fucking begins, because no one knows where to fucking draw the line on this whole trans whatever thing. And Joseph's calling for 5 rants for me.
Did you see the picture of the guy though?
Yeah, he's creepy as fuck.
He don't look like he wants to be a 9-year-old kid though. He's got like a goatee growing and shit. So
it's
I mean,
disgusting. He got
that pedo stash going straight down.
He fucking preyed on these little girls. Again, 3 of them. 2 of them are 6 years old. He's preyed on 1 of them for a year now, since January of last year. He's preyed on the other 2 for 10 weeks. And like the one that he attacked and preyed upon was living in his house because I guess his mom was living there, or this kid's mom was living there. And while the mom was at work, this dude was fucking sexually abusing a 6-year-old. And then the other one, this little girl's siblings were in the same fucking room and he's fucking abusing their sister. But, he wants to be held not accountable for his fucking actions because he claims to be trans age. And like, oh no, I'm a 9-year-old trapped in a 32-year-old's body. Like, I can't be held responsible for my actions. Fuck you, asshole. Fucking, he deserves to be shot after he has his dick ripped off of him by having it tied to the back of tie a rope around it, tie the other end to the back of a fucking saddle, and then tell the horse to fucking run and have his dick ripped the fuck off. And then he can die.
It's pretty brutal, but I'm down with it.
That's what I think should happen. I don't do well with people who abuse children at all.
Shit pisses me off though they've been pushing this agenda like so hard, and now this is where we get. And people were saying it like 3-4 years ago, hey, you need to slow it down or this shit's gonna get out of control. And look what's happening. Right.
Yeah. Fucking not like, ugh. But you fucking knew something like this was gonna happen. I'm pretty sure I fucking put it out on air, a couple months ago, where I was asking, where the fuck do you draw the line on this whole trans whatever thing? Where do you draw the line? And no one can tell me where that line is. Because, apparently if you're white and you want to be black, now you can do that. Looking at you, Rachel. And then there's that video of the chick who's like, I'm a cat. And so you're like, okay, so trans species is a thing now? All right. And then.
Did you see the guy that was wanted to be an alien?
Yeah. So then there's that. So is that considered trans species as well? Again, where the fuck do you draw the line? Because now we're gonna have fucking pedophiles out here trying to claim like, oh no, I'm just trans age. Like, are you? Like, no, that's not a fucking thing. Just like transgender is not a thing. It's called gender dysphoria. It is a clinical psychiatric diagnosis called gender dysphoria. You can't, okay. Sorry.
Trigger intensifies.
Right, triggered intensifies. Oh my God. Oh, someone wants to buy me, apparently. That's weird. I can't pronounce your name, so I'm just going to call you... Oh, I look like a horse, too. That's awesome. I love horses. They're majestic as fuck. But anyways. Oh, so, like, my favorite representative in Congress right now is Trey Gowdy.
Oh, he's legit.
I like
You don't
him.
put up with no bullshit.
No, he doesn't. So apparently he gave an interview about this whole secret society thing with the FBI. Did you see anything about that?
I honestly didn't, but I did see like this whole thing about. Does this like tie into that memo that everyone's talking about?
I think so. So Rep. Trey Gowdy said new revelations about text messages exchanged by top FBI officials during the 2016 election reveal a stunning level of anti-Trump bias. Peter Strzok, I think that's a counterintelligence official involved in both Hillary Clinton email probe and FBI special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia probe, exchanged more than 50,000 messages with senior FBI lawyer Lisa Page, with whom he was also having an extramarital affair with. Ooh, naughty, naughty. Department of Justice and the FBI the day after Trump won the election in November. According to Gowdy, there we go. The messages included a reference to a secret society within the Department of Justice and the FBI the day after Trump won the election in November 2016. Quote, it's the day after the election, and it's the same two people who are discussing a little bit later in the text messages the damage they had done with the Clinton investigation and how they could, quote unquote, fix it and make it right, Gowdy said. That is a level of bias that is stunning among law enforcement officers. He added that the texts also reveal Strzok was only interested in pursuing the Russia investigation if there is, quote, something there, unquote. And he had no desire in clearing President Trump of wrongdoing. Quote, I don't know how much damage they did. It's not my job to prove that. That's Inspector General Michael Horowitz and Jeff Sessions' job to find out how much damage these two agents and others did, Gowdy said. But I care about the Department of Justice and the FBI, and it breaks my heart that we are having to have this conversation about two agents that only wanted to get the president. They didn't have any interest in clearing him. I wish I could have seen that. No, I really do. I love watching him during like House, what is it? What is it? What's the word?
Sessions, debates. I don't know.
Or hearings, if you will.
Hearing I like when he goes off on motherfuckers.
Yes,
it's great.
and he's got all the laws just right there in front of him, and he comes prepared to debate, and he is ready, and you're just like, yes, like someone who knows like all the facts, who's not going to be bullshitting around, who actually has the laws in front of him verbatim. Yes. Suck a dick, everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Him and what Ron Paul are fucking. Both of them are like that.
Yeah.
No bullshit kind of guys. Like literally, we're not supposed to be doing this kind of shit, and you're not supposed to be doing this kind of shit. You know, so you better stop, or I'm gonna get your ass.
Mm-hmm. Freaking. But yeah, no, I freaking look up what memo it is that they're talking about. Can you do
It's
that?
the FISA memo, FISA or something like that. That's the hold on, let me pull it up.
Yeah, pull that up. Do 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 do. I agree, Jesse. I also wish Gowdy would be the Attorney General or FBI Director. That would be fucking awesome. But I don't know. I don't know if it'll happen. I don't even know if he would want that, you know? So, But, you looking that up, Pookie? Pookie? Hello?
Yes,
No.
I'm here. I'm still looking it up. I'm trying to find something that's
Hello.
not like super freaking like not based.
Not biased?
That's what I meant.
Based? Fuck. I know, Pookie. Words are hard.
No, everything's just like, I don't know, like I got like NPR, all types of, and it's just like, it's not what I'm looking for, and I don't know why.
Oh, that's all right. We can move on. Freaking, apparently they found a dismembered body in Mexico.
Was it the lady that got cooked up?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, allegedly, the dismembered remains of a woman who vanished from a town in southern Mexico, because remember, Mexico's a really good country, were discovered inside of a pot atop a stove in her ex-husband's home. Magdalena Aguilar Romero, who is 25, was last seen leaving her home in the city of Tuxtla in the morning of January 13th after saying she was going to pick up her children. Or is it Teco? Since you don't Teco, right? Since they pronounce Texas Tejas, so Tejo, I don't know.
Taco.
I don't speak.
Taco.
There's an X in there though. I don't speak Spanish.
Oh.
I need someone who speaks Spanish. So anyways, yeah. So she said she's gonna go pick up her children from her ex-husband's home. State security spokesman Roberto Alvarez said the woman's remains were found Monday in the home of her ex-husband, who local media identified as Cesar Gomez. I can't pronounce that last name. It is presumed that she was cooked. He said. Police said Romero's legs and arms were found inside a pot on the stove, while her already cooked pelvis was found in a bag near the stove. In a nearby refrigerator, the rest of the body was found. Police said they were investigating the ex-husband for femicide or the killing of a woman when the motive is directly related to the victim's gender. It is unclear if he has been arrested or not. In a statement, the government said it vigorously condemns the cowardly murder of Magdalena Aguilar, which irreparably hurts our society. It reiterates the work that needs to be done to protect and rebuild the social fabric of our city. From the time her disappearance was known, we have offered all the support to her family, with whom we have always shown solidarity and whom we show our unconditional support. It added, we demand that those responsible be punished to the full weight of the law and that this act does not go unpunished. Sky News reported that of the 52,210 killings of women reported in Mexico since 1985, nearly a third of them have taken place since 2011. Guerrero was named to have the second highest femicide rate in 2016.
Oh, that sounds like something you want like bleeding over into your country.
Right? But yeah, no, they're good people. Just fucking let them all in.
Leave the borders open. Screw it.
Fuck it. We don't need border security. They're all good people. Allegedly.
Well, I mean, we eat Tide Pods, so I mean.
Right? God, I know that. Oh, what does that say about us?
I mean, they're over there eating people and we're over here eating Tide Pods, so I don't know. I mean,
Right? Which one's worse? Like, cannibalism is frowned upon in, I want to say, all civilized societies, except obviously Mexico. So, I don't know. Like, we're fucking retarded for eating laundry detergent, but at least we're not so uncivilized that we eat people. So we got that going for us. Hooray! Whoops. Oh my goodness.
I hear a distant in the background.
A what? What?
You know the autistic the ree.
Oh my God, Pookie. So fucked up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize for that last statement.
With you? Right? We can say Mexico's a shithole, but how dare you make fun of the autistic, good sir? That's frowned upon.
Ugh.
Ooh, Tony, that's a good question. I think they eat bread though, or crackers. At least that's what I did growing up. So almost. It's just supposed to be like a representation, I think. I don't know. I think that's one of the reasons why I got out of Christianity, because I'm like, I don't want to eat him.
Okay, I get where you're going with it.
Oh yeah, you can't see it. So Tony says, don't Christians eat the body of Christ when they take communion? Touche. And they drink the blood of Christ during communion as well. Don't forget. But that one, that was Welch's grapefruit, because I saw them pour it one day. I was like, that's not his blood. Right. Yeah, exactly, Tyler. I'm pretty sure even ISIS frowns upon cannibalism. However, they're not above pushing the gays off of roofs. They're not above setting people on fire. And they're not above drowning people. So, cannibalism, though. Cannibalism. That's the one, though, where they're like, no, not for us. They don't even eat bacon. Fucking savages. Ugh.
They did like those sausage jambalaya MREs though.
Oh, did they?
They had no idea what it was, but still, it's kind of funny.
Pookie, you gave them sausage?
Shh.
Pookie! That's fucked up, man. Hilarious. But it's fucked up.
Oh, yeah, well.
Oh my God. Pookie.
I don't give a shit.
You're over there like, no regrets.
I was just tossing in like extra MRE packets out, and little kids would grab it up and be like, "Shit, that was a sausage jambalaya." The sausage jambalaya MRE they used to have. I was like, "Oh well, she's gonna eat it."
Come back! I tried to get it back. I don't know what happened, you guys. I tried. You saw me try. I tried. The little fucker was fast. He ran off with it. I don't know.
Just trying to be nice, here's some food, it's like, oh fuck, that was pork.
I was trying to win over the hearts and minds. I gave him pork.
It's my bad. I did that one time too. A Gatorade piss bottle, and I chucked it out, not thinking about anything. This little kid came over and grabbed it and started drinking it, and I was like, oh my God, he just drank my piss.
Oh my God. Pookie.
I mean, whatever.
I don't even know what to do with you right now. I don't even know. You turned me into a basic white bitch where I can't even right now. Oh, speaking of can't even, did you see that new video that Drill Sergeant High put out?
Oh, the one with he's busting on the Air Force.
Yes. Oh my God, I was dying.
None of them broke the plane. None of them broke the plane. The 90-degree plane when they were doing bush.
Right? He's like, I'm gonna come at you with a minigun. Yes. No, like I found it even like more hilarious because you know, my ex-husband is Air Force. And he used to talk so much shit all the time, and I'd just like, go back to your air-conditioned building, you fuck. And he's like, no, the Air Force is super hard to get through and to pass. Yeah, is it? Okay. And then,
I mean, they wouldn't take me. I mean, I tried. I was too dumb for them.
oh my God. Like, I get it. You know, they are considered the smart branch. We get it. You're not the physically fit. Like, you're not the physically strong branch. So stop trying to pretend like you are, because you're not.
What he said about the band, though, cracked me up. Don't be that one guy that gets stuck in the band basic training that wasn't supposed to be there, because you'll be cracking a cymbal.
Ding, ding. But no, oh my God. And then he would, like, every so often he'd go to the range, right? And, like, I'd get home from work and I'd be like, oh, how was the range? And he's like, I didn't qualify. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Be out there, like, till everyone qualified. Like, if it took, like, 3 weeks,
Right?
we'd all be out on the
no,
range.
I looked at him, I was like, why are you home? Like, go back out there. And he was, or he would be like, or, you know, oh, I got marksman. And I'd just be like, oh, that's cute. I think the worst I ever shot, I got sharpshooter. Other than that, I was expert.
Yeah.
And I was medac. I was only required by regulation to qualify once a year. Maybe. And that was only if I was profis or attached to a unit that deployed. That was the only, like, other than that, per MedCom regulations, you only have to qualify once every 3 years, actually. I could still fucking shoot fucking expert. It took me a minute to fucking, like, zero because, again, we didn't have our own weapons because, you know, per Geneva Convention, medical personnel are technically not allowed to have weapons, right? We're not supposed to be fighters, right? We're supposed to render aid, and that's it. So we're not given an armory or, you know, assigned weapons. So every time we'd go to the range, we, especially when I was stationed at Fort Irwin, we'd go next door to the MP company and borrow their weapons and be like, well, we gotta fucking fuck around with all these sites. Sorry for whose ever weapon this is. Like, I'm about to fuck your shit all up. And then my hair was always in the way. So I had, like, every time I went to the range, I'd have to, like, undo it and, like, stuff it down my jacket.
I was awesome. Fortunate enough to be zeroed at battle site, so I was good. Battle site 0, I was good. Boom.
Dude, no, not for me. And then, but no, going to the range at Fort Irwin was awesome, and for MedCom, for Medac, because the only like real like equipment we really had to wear was like our ACUs and then our Kevlar, and that was it. We didn't have to wear a fucking vest or anything.
Oh.
It was amazing. I loved going to the range. I mean, and then, you know, of course, like eye pro, ear pro, but, you know, yeah, that was it. Just shit to protect your head.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. So. But yeah, so what was I gonna say? So, I know. So, the Olympic doctor who got sentenced to 175 years for molesting all those girls?
I did not hear about that.
Oh. Oh, surprise. Okay, so basically, what's his name? Larry Nassar. He was handed an effective life prison sentence this week following days of emotional statements by female gymnasts, including Olympic medalist Ali Raisman and Simone Biles. So basically what this, quote, doctor, unquote, and I say quotes because I don't want to call him an actual doctor, even though he did earn that title. He did fucking, go through medical school. Anyways, these women would come to him for, their medical appointments, and he would give them what he would call pelvic massages without gloves. And this has been going on for years. And some girls even reported it to their parents, and their parents said, well, that's the doctor everyone goes to, so you're going to go to him since you're going to the Olympics. Like, that's your doctor you're going to go to, so suck it up. One girl fucking killed herself because of this. But he was sentenced to 175 years. He will not see freedom again. But yeah, so the remaining directors of USA Gymnastics are going to resign following the revelations that the former national team doctor sexually abused female athletes, complying with a demand from the U.S. Olympic Committee. The U.S. Olympic Committee had threatened to strip the group of its power to run its sport if the remaining 16 directors did not resign by Wednesday. 5 have already resigned as a result of the scandal, and the other 10 are set to do so by today. The U.S. Gymnastics will comply with the USOC requirements. Leslie King, a spokesperson, for USA Gymnastics, said in an email on Friday. The U.S. House of Representatives, the U.S. Senate, and the U.S. Department of Education on Thursday and Friday joined the USOC in opening broad investigations into possible sex abuse in sports. Those investigations seek to establish if other sports officials turned a blind eye to Dr. Nassar's abuses and to examine allegations of harassment by officials in other sports, including swimming and taekwondo. Raisman vowed to keep the pressure on sports organizations to see who else knew about Nassar's abuse. He worked for the federation through 4 Olympic Games, but the allegations did not come to light until 2016. Yeah.
This is some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
See, this kind of like coincides with my whole I think the Olympics is bullshit.
Oh?
But whatever.
No, go on. Why do you think the Olympics is bullshit?
Well, look at Brazil, for instance, right? They blew the Olympic Committee went in there and blew what was it, close to something like $2 billion.
I think it was closer to 10.
Huh?
I think it was closer to 10.
$10 billion, and then look like they were showing videos of like trash is floating in the water. It's like $10 billion could just be like, screw it, we're just gonna help clean your shit up a little bit and then call it cool at that point. Do that every 2 or 3 years, go around and be like, we're gonna clean up, try and do good shit for your community or your country and shit. But nah.
No,
they just blow it on a stadium so a bunch of people can come and yeah.
And then the stadiums are going to be left to decay and fall apart.
And rot.
Yeah. Oh, Michigan State is getting involved in this too. Well, not involved with this. But apparently, Michigan State, naughty. I think I saw something about that. Where is it? Let's go to sports. Oh, yes. Come on. I fucking saw something about it, too. Come on. Damn it, cause. like it reminded me of that, and now I can't fucking find it. Ugh. Whatever. All right, but since we're on the subject of like sexual assault, sexual trauma, our guest tonight, Yooper Chick, is going to be talking to us tonight about PTSD, and she's fucking certified in all types of PTSD and like treatments and stuff and assessments, and like she's got this fucking list of stuff that she's like certified in. So we're gonna be talking to her. Definitely going to be talking to her about military sexual assault, because that's becoming under fire again, and I want to hear her take on it. And as far as like, I know a lot of females are wanting to have another witch hunt like they did a couple years ago. And fucking ironic that I would use the term witch hunt. I know. But I don't think that's the right thing to do. So I hope she and I can have really good discussion about this. I want to get her take on, military sexual trauma survivors and everything, because, again, yay, I know. I actually know about that. So, yeah, so we're going to go on break, and when we come back, we are going to have Yooper Chick on. So everybody hang tight, and when we get back, we'll have some good conversation.
Just walking on shells, this feeling that love conquers everything else, until you reach the point in mine. There was a failure to communicate, so sad to leave, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end it's over, I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober. My only demon, my only regret is that I left you with scars, so that you'll never forget. Sick of forgiving my mistakes and my faults. Shattered your glass heart to millions when I ripped it apart. There's nothing left. Love is gone. So there was a failure to communicate, so sad to leave, but we were forced to wait. Nobody said we had to relate. At the end it's over, I'm finally sober. I'm finally sober.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Fucking answer your phone, AK. God damn it, answer your phone.
I heard somebody talking about anal sex on the radio, so I figured I'd give my story. Give me a call back. Alright, bye.
Hello. I don't know what you're trying to do with all these British accents, but I'd really like it if you could call me back so I could read something for you. Bollocks. I just burnt my hair with my, rolled marijuana. Stupid strawberries and crumpets. I don't like it. Have a good day.
Hey baby, you gave me your number in the fucking bar. This is fucking Lewis. How you doing? Don't know why you ran off in such a rush. Yeah. I know you're digging my vibe, baby. Just give me a call back. You know the number.
Go fuck yourself, Bobby.
Hey, just want to talk about your guys' radio show and how awesome it is and the other guys sucked. Anyway, yeah, make America great again.
I don't know how to use this. Oh, velvet ears.
Put the monkey down. Oh, God. Never mind.
Hey, brother, we need to get your show nationwide on this Sirius radio or satellite or something. Kind of hard to watch it when it comes on this damn little cell phone. Let's see what we can do to get you nationwide. Love to see you. Love to hear you. Continue on.
You guys need more fucking lines if they're all busy.
What the fuck?
Get some more.
Let me shit in your mouth.
In
welcome back to Friday Night Freedom. I almost said Tied Up Tuesday. I don't know what day it is. It's Friday, January 26, 2018. I am joined by, oh my God, Yooper Chick. Hello, how are you?
Great, thanks for having me.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much for coming on. Freaking, I was reading your resume. So you were in the Army 1994 to 96, correct? Right?
Yeah.
And like, I'm looking at all your certificates for different like PTSDs. Oh my goodness. Like, is there a type of PTSD you are not certified to like help with?
Well, I think I did it to learn more about what I was going through and to, help other people. Or it was easier for me to focus on something else or other people than to worry about what was going on in my life. So I would just take classes and study. And
that makes sense. I kind of do the same thing. So give us a little background, like, of your story, and as far as like what got you into wanting to learn about all of these different PTSDs. If you don't mind sharing, that is.
Oh, sure. I was assaulted when I was in the military twice, and I didn't report it. It was something that I just kind of internalized and I didn't deal with.
Yeah.
And I just started talking about it a few months ago. Actually, just like my parents haven't even heard like the stories or, details about it. And I internalized everything. And finally, I went to apply for disability through the VA, and I found out they have a category, military sexual trauma. And I'm like, what? If there's a disability rating that is called military sexual trauma, well, we've got problems. And I started to, learn more about it. I broke my hip when I was in the military.
Oh my God.
And I had a hip replacement 2 years ago. And they had me on pain meds for over a year, and I became addicted to the pain meds. And I realized I was taking the pain meds more to because it was numbing the emotions. It was numbing what I was feeling. So, I was drugging myself. And I went and got help, realized, this was not the road I wanted to take. I don't want my kids to wake up one morning and mom's dead in her sleep because she OD'd. And so, people become addicted for so many different reasons. Mine was, there was a lot of things going on that caused me to become addicted. And I start next Wednesday. I'm going to college for psychology addiction. And I want to help other people that have, deal with the emotional baggage and everything that, you internalize and you're afraid to speak about. And especially women in the military. I didn't realize that there was that many women out there going through things like I'm going through. They don't have any support groups in my area just for women. They have support groups for military, for PTSD, from returning home from war, but nothing that just focuses on the women.
Yeah.
Somewhere we can go privately and talk to. So I'm working with the local VA, and we're trying to get something organized right now where I'll be able to get together, in a private setting, even if it's over Skype, just talking to other women and having their back, saying, I got you,
I completely understand where you're coming from with that. I've gone through it myself, multiple times. And I was like you. I didn't report it either. That mostly because like the first time that I semi-reported it, nothing happened. And their solution was to try to move me into all-male infantry barracks because that's going to make me feel safe, right?
That's going to help, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, because I lived next door. My barracks are co-ed, and I lived next door to the guy who attacked me. And, I went to my command. I'm like, I don't feel safe, right? Like, he lives next door. And they're like, here, move across post to 3rd ID barracks. And I'm like, excuse me?
One of the guys he was a senior NCO in my unit, and after the incident, he requested that I get moved to his department, and I ended up getting moved and working under this guy.
Oh my God!
And he was just. I mean, I can see his face so clearly in my head still, and he was a married man, and for so long I've what should I, what could I have done, or what should I have done? And I'm like, you know what? I've made it this far in life. I survived it.
Yeah.
And it's not on me to worry about. That guy's the one that has to deal with, live with what he did. Exactly. I did nothing wrong. He's the one that's going to have to, at the end of the day, go to bed and, be able to.
Yeah. But no, I was lucky enough once I finally got to Germany, years after, it was a good while after. That's when I really started to talk to somebody about what had happened to me, and they actually I got sent to a psych ward for a month to get intense cognitive therapy.
Yeah. And I'm like, hey, sign me up, send me.
Yeah, but I realized though when I went to this program that I wasn't alone, which you with all the fucking training that they do, especially nowadays, you hear it and you're like, oh, we get it, don't rape people, but it still fucking happens, right?
Right.
But they don't really, and they tell you the statistics and they tell you the numbers, but you don't fully comprehend that until you're actually sitting in a room full of other sexual assault victims, and you're like, oh, hey, we have something in common. You and I are automatically best friends right now.
Yeah. And I have 3 daughters, so I want to be a good, positive role model for them. And
definitely.
I have to speak up. I internalized shit for so long that it affected my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it's time to change. It's time for me to do something different, because what I have been doing hasn't been working for me.
Yeah. I completely understand that. I'm actually still really good friends with a girl that I met there at this hospital. Where was it? It was in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I was there for a month and freaking went through intense and it was intense therapy. They had you relive everything. And one of the things that you had to do in order to, I guess, pass was to actually journal down in detail one of the events that happened. And they were just as much detail as you remember, which you fucking remember everything.
Yeah, you don't. You don't forget it. At least for me,
right?
It's etched in my mind.
Right,
it's
and
never
it's
going to
almost
go away.
In slow motion.
Yeah.
When it happened, because you're like, what is happening right now to me? And
when at the time of the incident, I was in shock mode for a while, where I didn't react. I was I didn't realize what was happening. It was this isn't real. This isn't. And it took me a few minutes to come to and realize, this is happening. You need to do something. And with my unit, back when I was in the 90s, people were getting away with a lot of shit. I don't know what it's like anymore, but the senior NCOs, all the married guys, they seem to all have younger side chicks. I mean, it was just something that happened, and it was part of the the Army family.
Right. Yeah. I think I know when I was getting out in 2014, they had started almost like a witch hunt or purge, if you will, because of so many reports were coming, like so many victims were coming up with and like reporting, which, you know, that's good. It's a good thing. Like, we need women and especially the men who get assaulted. Like, you know, we need the victims to come up and like report it. But there was such an influx of these reports that it had gained the eye of Congress. And Congress all of a sudden turned and they're like, "Excuse me?" And so it was almost like a witch hunt was happening, where they were looking for anyone who, even if it was a small accusation and even if it was unfounded, the man was automatically assumed guilty. Which I don't think that's right at all.
Right.
You know, because it happened to a friend of mine. He was accused of rape and underwent a court-martial for like 2 years, and like had to deal with all of this stress for about 2 years, and was found not guilty. But like because of that, like he's kind of a little in the head, just a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
And
but
you didn't report anything back when I was in. You would watch when someone did report anything. You know, there was like a whole shitstorm. You know, everybody in your unit turned their back on you, and you know she's a narc or you can't trust her, and so you learn to just keep your head down and keep quiet and just go with the flow.
Yeah, which I'm really glad though that like a lot of the they have revamped, you know, the whole program as far as like reporting, and they take it so seriously now when someone comes forward, which I think that's what they should have been doing from the get-go, you know, because you know, women have been allowed to serve since, you know, a long fucking time. So what, like World War II, like the Army Women's Corps. And so you know that this sort of thing has been going on since then. As long as women have been able to serve, you know, women have been getting raped or assaulted in some way. Just like with, you know, with the men. Like, you know, because if it's happening now, it happened then. And so it kind of makes you wonder, like, well, what did those guys have? Like, what kind of support system did those victims have? And the answer is none. They didn't have any. And, you know, especially with you, and you were, you know, a veteran, you served not even that long ago. And you, like you said, you had nothing there for you.
Right, yeah. And, you know, I was overseas, and so you only have the people you're stationed with. That's your family. So you don't want to do anything that's going to cause a rift in your family where you're not going to have support.
Yeah. Especially if they're the only people you've got.
Right.
I completely get that.
Yeah. So, you know, with the addiction and just trying to get healthy, you know, getting healthy mentally is one thing, but, you know, pushing yourself and becoming physically healthy, everything is related. If I eat better and I treat myself better and I'm physically fit, well, then I'm going to feel better about myself. I'm going to have more, you know, confidence. And so I took some courses and became a master certified personal trainer and a personal life coach. And I believe that all of it's tied together. If you have to work on so many areas of your life. You can't just fix one.
Yeah.
You know, I can't just go to the gym and work out and not worry about my mind or you know, what I'm eating. And you just got to be all around healthy. And that's I want to encourage I have 6 kids altogether. I'm like, holy shit, 6 kids.
Sounds like my family growing up.
I want them to see know what a healthy lifestyle is, and being out there active with them and teaching them from a young age. Just I have a son that's a Marine, and when he was going to enlist, he said, "You teach me how to shoot," and I'm like, "Oh hell yeah, oh yeah, you're right. Come to mama." And I was just like, "That's awesome that my son would come to me and ask for advice."
Yeah.
And it makes me feel good. And he loves it. He's in Japan. I'm like, yeah. He was picking out his MOS. I don't know. Do they call it MOS in the Marines?
I honestly have no idea.
But
I should. I have brothers who are former Marines, and all I know is it's a series of numbers.
Right, yeah.
That's all I know.
Was like,
it's numbers. I don't know.
I was like, you can't go in as a grunt. I said, do something where you can transition into civilian life.
Yeah.
Let's look and see what you're qualified for. I was like, you might not want to listen to me now, but you'll thank me later.
Right? You may not get to go in and bust doors down.
Right.
But, when you get out.
I wanted to bust doors down. They didn't let women into combat when I went in. And when I enlisted, I told them I will not sign the contract and enlist unless I have airborne in my contract.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely refused to enlist unless it was in my contract. So I got it. Hoo-hoo, airborne. I was so pumped. And then I broke my fucking hip.
Oh.
I thought I was this badass. And I was like, yeah.
Right. I jump out of perfectly good planes because I can.
Right.
Pookie.
Yeah. How you doing?
I know you got questions.
So you were a paratrooper. What in the, like she just said, like what in your sane mind would make you want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane?
I am an adrenaline junkie. Whatever gets my heart racing the most, that's my drug of choice. Let's jump out of planes. Hell, when I was a senior in high school, I remember riding in the back of someone's pickup truck, and we were drinking, and it was winter. And one of the guys that was in the back, he was in the military. He was airborne, and we were jumping out of the back of the truck into snowbanks at it was high rate of speed, yelling airborne and jumping. And I was like, oh, I like this. If I can jump out of the back of a truck, I can jump out of a plane.
Yeah, it'll be easy.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, there was no reasoning with me. That's what I had in my head I was going to do, and I went for it.
Right now, to get back to sexual trauma, how exactly are you, just again, because I know we've gotten a couple more listeners come in, how exactly are you looking to help, or even to find other survivors to help them?
Right. Well, there's
the hard a couple.
Part. There's an e-mentor website that's for women, veterans, and family transitioning. Mm-hmm. Anybody looking for a mentor or advice on, leaving from the military to civilian life, I'm on there. They can contact me, and it can deal with from addiction to building a resume to looking for a job. Because I believe, it's not just the victim. It's not just the person that had, the abuse, but it affects everyone around them. It affects their family, their friends, because a lot of times you walk on eggshells, or you don't know what to say to them, or so I want to help the family and people involved too, just to understand, or you don't, maybe you shouldn't say this, or don't push, there's my husband, he would say things to me, and there's like little words that would trigger me. And you gotta work with the family too, because I came out and told my husband everything that happened because I thought it was the only way that was going to save our marriage.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I don't, he's got to understand where I'm coming from and why I always like the fight or flight, wanting to run.
Yeah.
And it's the end of the world if anything happens. But, so online doing the e-mentoring, I want to start a local support group in our area for women. And I'd really like to see...
Oh, goodness. Well, shit. That's unfortunate. My computer decided to restart, for whatever reason. This is really inconvenient timing. I'm gonna go on break, and I'm gonna see if I can get Yooper back. So everybody just hold tight. We'll be right back. Oh my goodness.
Noon. Gotta get it together, I gotta stay in tune. Same time's against me, but I hate to rush. Gotta keep it between the lines until I hit the dust. I gotta buy some time. The key to freedom lies across the state line. It's a daily ritual, this game I play. In the life of a shadow man with a debt to pay. Hit the gravel with my hand on the radio. Here I am again. this life that I lead, it might not take me anywhere, but I was born to travel along this lonely road to nowhere.
I fixed it. We've got Yooper back.
Hey.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what the fuck just happened. My one computer, so like I've got, like a multitude of computers, right? Well, the one decided to stop for reasons. I'm not sure why. It just was like, fuck you. And I said, no. No. So I'm really glad that I was able to get it back together. Because then I was going to be like, I was going to send Spanky a message and be like, have her call my mink Skype. We got it finished. We were going to finish one way or another. So,
Heck yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now that debacle is handled. Oh my goodness. So bad. What were we talking about?
Just helping other women. I was reading some research, and it was probably on one of the VA's websites, but it said that almost 1 out of every 3 veterans who seek help for substance use disorder also have PTSD.
Oh wow!
And there's a correlation between your self-medicating, and it's easy to do. It's easy to take pills or drink to forget about what the hell's going on in your head.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes, I did it today, I felt good, and then you do it. You just keep increasing what you're taking, and all of a sudden you're in a shitstorm, and you don't want to be dope sick, so you keep taking the stuff. Right. And that's what I found. At one point I wanted to stop taking the pain pills, and I was like, I can't. I will get sick if I don't.
Yeah.
I have to take these just to feel normal now. And here's your sign, that's a sign. Get fucking help.
I can say you are an incredibly strong woman. Simply because, like, not only just for, what you've lived through, but also for realizing that you were developing an addiction to, narcotics, and to the point where, right, like you said, where you would have to take some just to feel normal.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know if your kids tell you this or not, but I'm proud of you for them, because my mom, she was raped. She never served, but she is a rape survivor as well, and then I'm pretty sure something else must have happened, but like before that, but she never really saw any sort of counseling or help from that. But she decided to drink her, like, whatever. She never really talked to us at all about, the demons going on in her head. All I knew is that, I was 3 and mommy was asleep on the floor with an empty bottle next to her. And so she's battled with alcoholism and narcotic abuse my entire life, and it's actually severely hampered a relationship with her.
And they say addiction is a family disease.
Yeah.
It affects everybody that comes in contact with the addict. And to just to admit that you need help, there's no shame in saying I need help.
No, not at all. And and we've just to give you a brief like synopsis of everything that my family's done. Like, we've had interventions for her. We've like multiple interventions. Like she would have to get her blood alcohol level like above legal limits just to feel normal.
Right. And you can't do the work for them.
Yeah.
They have to do it themselves. And that's the hardest thing when you see someone going through it and you want to change it and you can't change it for them. Only they can.
I mostly want to shake her.
Yeah. And there's
sorry to laugh, but like that's just how I feel.
I say there's the 3 C's. You didn't cause it, you can't cure it, and you can't control it.
Yep.
And you just have to be their support, but also have boundaries. And once they break those boundaries, I'm sorry, sometimes it's tough love you got to have for them. And a lot of people, they say relapse is so common. It happens, and that doesn't mean you're a failure to relapse. Yeah. As long as you get back, go back to a meeting. There's different paths you can take to get clean, to become sober. There's AA meetings, smart recovery. There's so many different ways that you can go about getting healthy. And I went to some meetings, to some NA meetings. I found a group I really like. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you get in there and they start telling stories and you're like, that would kind of get you going. Like, oh shit, I wanna get high again. That sounds like fun, Woo. It's not for everyone.
Right? This sounds like a good time. Why are you complaining?
I know. It's just like, who brought the brownies? And yeah, it's I have to know my own limits. Mm-hmm. And getting injured. I've been to the ER and everybody's afraid, oh my God, they're going to prescribe her pain meds. And I'm like, just because I'm in recovery doesn't mean I have to suffer either. Yeah. And that's not true. There's different ways to get help. When I did decide to get clean, I called my primary care and I told them to put in my medical records, do not prescribe me anything that is addicting or can become habit forming.
Oh, that's good.
So that was in there. So if at any time I decided maybe I could get a refill, nope, I'm covering my own ass. And I've wanted to kick myself in the ass for doing that several times. Like, what were you thinking? Come on.
Damn it.
But you know what? It was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Because I am telling you, I could so easily relapse if someone were to hand me a prescription for pain pills. It's a slippery slope, but I don't want to go down it.
No, it's good. That just shows how strong you are, though. Like, not just as a person, but also as a woman, to realize that, you do have your own, downfalls, if you will, and you realize where they are, and so you're able to steer clear of them. And you have enough foresight to be like, hey, let's not do this again.
Right, yeah. Because I don't want to go through the withdrawals again. I'm telling you, that was not fun.
Yeah.
That was some scary shit.
I bet. Fucking.
And I understand why people just have a hard time coming clean, because to go through the withdrawals, the physical withdrawals were horrible, mm-hmm. but the mental withdrawals last so much longer. They just linger. And, I'm like, holy hell, you can. My daughter watches PJ Masks. I don't know if you watch cartoons, mm-hmm. but there was the PJ Masks. Every morning it was playing, and I was usually kind of like high out of my mind, and that
Mhm.
was playing. And so now I can't watch that cartoon because it triggers these bad emotions
Ugh.
of me feeling like a piece of shit. And I'm like, I can't watch this. Turn it off. I don't want to hear the cartoon. The music, I'm like, nope. But you got to know your triggers, and setting up a care plan for telling your friends or family, hey, if I do this or I start acting this way, I want you to be there for me, and give them things that they can do to support you. And you need to do it when you're in a clean, state of mind, and set up a whole care plan for yourself. If I'm tempted or I feel like I'm going to go to the gym or put on some music and go for a walk. People that are addicted, when they become clean, I don't know if you heard of transferring your addiction. You can transfer from pain meds to lifting weights.
Oh, okay.
And that happens a lot, that people will transfer their addictions. And there's good addictions, yes, but sometimes I like me taking all the classes, that was almost like an addiction.
Yeah,
I
can
couldn't
see
get
that.
enough of it.
Right. I mean, just looking at all your certificates, I was like, goodness, like when weren't you in school for this?
I do a lot of it online because, well, my youngest is 5. She just started school, and my oldest is 22. I'm like, holy shit. We have I'm going to have kids in my life forever. I'm going to have grandkids soon, I'm sure.
Right.
Not yet, but I don't want them looking like, why is mom sitting on the couch just staring off into space? My husband and my kids, they told me I wasn't present. I wasn't with it, and I was physically there, but I was not participating in anybody's life. And it's sad to say. I feel like, I'm not going to get that time back. I missed out on things that I didn't want to leave the house, or I was too worried about not being sick from the pain meds.
Yeah.
And I just missed out on a lot. And now I'm present, and I'm like, I'm going to do everything I can to show my kids that I'm there for them and be their support system.
That's awesome. I know they really appreciate that. And like you say all this, and like it's kind of making me a little emotional, because I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, like why couldn't my mom be like this? Like I missed out on so much because she just, like you said, like you weren't there. My mom wasn't there. Or if she was there, she was hammered drunk and like uncomfortable to be around. So like I never brought anyone home, like I never really had friends come over. I locked myself in my room, and I was like, I don't want to be around this. And, and that was my life growing up. And so, like I said, my relationship with her is almost non-existent to this day. And, I've cut off contact from her because I'm like, I'm an adult now, and I'm able to make this choice. And 2,
right.
I'm not going to be around you if you're going to be drinking. Like, I want nothing to do with you, because I've had to grow up with this. I don't want this in my life now that I'm an adult.
And that's, setting the healthy boundaries for yourself and saying, nope, I can't have you in my life if you're going to be like this.
No, my family hates it. They're like, you're being a bitch. And I'm like, I don't care.
But I think, children growing up in a home like that, or, with someone that is mentally ill or addicted, these children, they don't know anything different. That's their normal.
Yeah.
And home is supposed to be their safe place, and where they feel protected. And when they constantly are worried about am I going to set mom off, or am I going to say something, or, how is mom going to be? Can I have friends over?
Yeah.
That changes, that changes you from a young age. And kids want answers, and they want to understand things just like any other adult. But I think that you have to talk to kids and explain things on their level. Don't overwhelm them or give them too much. Let them know but they deserve to know what's going on. That's going to give them a little more confidence and feel safer. And having like weekly family meetings. We started doing this, and we all had journals, and I would we would write, we would have topics, and write 3 of your qualities or strengths, and then read them off. And my daughter, everything she wrote, she was like, oh, I'm ugly, and I'm this, and I'm that. And I'm like, wow, she's got self-esteem issues.
Mm-hmm.
And a good way for us to see what she was going through, and then we could build on that and help her with that as we went along. But just kids have to learn and feel safe and understand things on their level.
Yeah.
Keeping things from them, I don't think it's good. My kids, I was in the hospital. I tried to commit suicide at one point because I let everything get to me, and I don't know how to talk about my own emotions. If something's going on with me, I shut down. Oh, I will not talk. I don't say a word. And so I look ice cold. And so they're like, well, how do we know how you feel? You don't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
I attempted suicide, but it wasn't because I wanted to die. It was because I wanted help. That was like, hey, help me. I need help. Somebody please see what's going on.
And you just didn't know how to ask for it.
I didn't know how to ask for it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't doing, it's not that attention seeking, or it was like, hey, this is somebody, wake up and see what's going on with me and help me, because I don't know how to help myself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even when I went into the hospital, I didn't tell them like what was going on. About all my trauma from the military and the assault.
Yeah.
I never talked to him. I lied to him. I'm like, oh, she's depressed. She has anxiety. But, okay, so we're treating the symptoms, but we're not,
treating the cause.
Yeah. And, medication can help for a while. Medication is good to get yourself on track and balance, but I don't want to be on antidepressants for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And that's, cognitive behavioral therapy and talking it out. And I was told talking about it is the only way I'm going to get over it. And I can medicate myself and numb my emotions, but until I talk about it and at face value, and this is what happened to me, and this is how I feel, I'm not going to get over it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's hard. And I think that's what held me back from applying for disability through the VA.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to tell anybody what happened to me. I didn't want to tell my parents what happened to me. I felt like I was protecting them. I felt like I was protecting them. I'm like, I don't want to tell them because they're going to get upset or be hurt that I went through this. So I'm just not going to say anything, because then I'm protecting everybody if I just ignore it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was like,
no, I do. I definitely do. I think the only people in my family who know that, I've experienced this. They don't know details, because I'm never going to tell them details, because I still have that mindset of like, you guys don't need to know details. Like, it's just going to upset you. Like, you're upset enough that this has happened to me. Like, you don't want details. I've told my grandma, because I pretty much tell her almost everything. And then my mom, she kept asking me, like, what's wrong with you? Something's wrong with you. You've changed, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck it out. Like, this is what happened. Like, I was like, fuck, finally. Like, God, stop. Like, just stop asking.
Yeah, you know, like, and I have so many emotions in my head, and they all come out like I'm an angry, pissed off bitch. You know, like, you only get one emotion that comes out of me. That's like pissed off.
Yes. Yeah. No. It's
You know,
true,
I
though.
get the rage. I'm like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever had one of those out-of-body experiences. I was triggered, and I react. I'm not going to even, like, go into the incident, but I was, like, watching myself behave a certain way, thinking, you can't do this. You got to stop. And I was, like, watching myself as a third party, scared shitless, like, this woman is crazy. And I couldn't stop it. And it was just like, I have never experienced anything like that in my life, where I was like an out of body watching myself. And it scared the hell out of me. I know it scared the hell out of my family. I mean, it was just the craziest shit. I don't know. I have these triggers, and I don't even know what the triggers are yet. I mean, do you still notice that you're learning, like, as you go? Like, something may trigger you one day, but the next day it's something else. Or
Totally.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, my anxiety is like through the roof all the time, and because I had the addiction, there's not a lot of anxiety meds I can take anymore.
Yeah.
You know, before they'd be like, here's Xanax, Ativan. I'm like, oh yeah. Now it's just like, holy shit, you better breathe through that. Count to 10.
Right.
You know, I'm like, this shit doesn't work. I need
curl up into a ball, try not to fall apart. Like, ah.
It's crazy, and my mind is like, my mind fucks with me. It does. It's getting in the car, that's when my mind goes. I'm like driving down the road, and I'm like, holy shit, what if I ran off the road into the lake? Which kid would I save first? I'm like, are you fucking insane? Why would you think that? You know, who is this normal? I mean, I'm like, this is crazy. And I'm like, holy shit, I don't even know what the hell's going on anymore. Which kid would I save first? Oh, they better all know how to swim.
Right? Good luck, everybody.
Right, yeah.
Well, Yooper, thank you so much for coming on, and good luck with all of the work that you're planning on doing to help military sexual victims, and helping them deal with PTSD from this, and just all the work that you just inspire and fucking everybody. Like, so like I was kind of stalking your Twitter earlier before we go, and like I saw that you, like, you know, your personal fitness coach, and I'm over here and I'm like, I totally binged ate donuts the other day. Like,
I read that tweet about you eating the donuts, and I'm like, oh hell yeah.
Oh no, like when I say I binged on donuts. It's CRNA week right now, and on Wednesday we treated all of our nurse anesthetists to breakfast, and like a bunch of people brought donuts. Like, there were donuts everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And I could not stop eating. I was like, oh my God.
I'll tell you, I'm like an evil bitch. I buy treats and I hide them for my kids. And they go to bed and I'm like eating, like, you know, hiding in the corner like it's like I'm doing crack or something. I don't know if you ever had Ambien before.
I have, yeah.
Ambien and eating, that's some insane shit. You wake up the next morning with like wrappers in bed, or I'm like, who ate that pizza last night?
What is this?
I woke up one time with a chicken wing in my pocket, so yeah.
Oh my God.
Ambien is the shit. And it's some good stuff.
It is when you go to sleep. I don't think I've ever had an amnesic episode where I'm like, what the fuck happened last night? Oh no, wait, I do take that back. It happened once.
Do you remember the Dougie, that dance?
Yeah.
Teach me how to Dougie.
Yeah.
So apparently my son, he was in junior high. He was having a sleepover, and I took my Ambien and went to bed, and I woke up and went downstairs, and all of his friends were sitting in the living room, and I started dancing to the Dougie, and I was getting down, and he goes, "Mom, go to bed," and I turned on and went back to bed, and the next morning I got up and they were laughing. They said, can you Dougie? And I'm like, what the hell's the Dougie? I mean, I had to Google it.
Oh my
and I'm
God.
like, I did that? They're like, oh yeah, you knew every move. And I'm like, holy shit, that's pretty awesome.
Well, Yooper, again, exactly, Spanky. Ambien and Amazon don't mix. Although it's like Christmas, though. When it happens, you're like, where did all this come from?
Yep.
It's amazing. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the third and final hour of Friday Night Freedom. So everybody hold tight. We'll be back here shortly.
Crawl the shit that life has put on you. The past will stay where it will die and bring an end into this goddamn life. I've already given up on you, but never giving up on me. The flies eat away at every day that's lost and left to rot away in your eyes. Leave trails of panting emptiness. Your feelings for me will digress, and I will never give into all the shit that life has put on you. The past will stay where it will die and bring an end into this goddamn life. I've already given up on you, but never giving up on me. And I will never give into all the shit that life has put on you. The past will stay where it will die and bring an end into this goddamn life. I've already given up on you, but never giving up on me. It's better to be alone. It's better to be alone.
Welcome back to the final hour of Friday Night Freedom. I'm Minx. I'm here with Pookie, who you can't see.
Hey,
Hello,
hey, hey.
Pookie.
Hey, 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 hey.
Dude, you were kind of like not around during that whole last hour. I'm sorry I kind of took over.
That's fine. Y'all were talking, you know, like it's cool. I'll be the third wheel. I don't care.
Pookie, you're never the, I mean, you might be the third wheel. We don't know. Sorry.
That's how I roll. I'll sit and listen to the conversation and get information out of it, because that's the way I am.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Dude, not much. So, that article that I was talking about, sorry, I just put in cherry starburst. And it's so juicy. Oh my god, hold on.
I'm not gonna do it.
That's what she said. No. Okay. So that article that I was talking about with the doctor for the gymnast, he was also the doctor. The reason why Michigan State was brought up is because he also worked there. So they're thinking he probably, abused female athletes at Michigan State as well.
Well, I mean, he's going away for a very long time, so should be interesting.
Yes.
The things they do to people like that in jail is just
Right.
amazing.
Right, it's not good. It's not good. Oh, so I want to talk about DACA.
Okay.
Because I can. So apparently, DACA recipients are planning to pack President Trump's State of the Union address. So if local law enforcement and members of immigration control and enforcement could please make sure to attend the president's speech, I'm sure you'll be able to round up, a good bunch of illegal immigrants, and you'll be able to send them back to their home country.
Yes.
No, as I was saying on Tuesday, they're making it so easy to round them up. Like cattle.
Holy shit! I would shit a brick if that was like the whole idea behind it all. Like, let's just keep letting them group up together and get comfortable, and then once they get super comfortable, we just bam, big ice raid in the middle. Just imagine that in the middle of the freaking State of the Union, ICE comes busting in and just on camera arrests a bunch of these people.
That'd be amazing. But no, I said that on Tuesday. Not that, but they're getting so comfortable with assembling and being vocal about the fact that I'm an illegal immigrant. Well, not me. I was born in California, so suck a dick. Haters. Not all you legal citizens. I understand California's weird, but everyone who's not a legal citizen, I am. Bitches. But no. So I was saying that these illegal immigrants are getting so comfortable and getting so boisterous and so loud and so in your face about being illegal immigrants and how they deserve rights for whatever reason. It's borderline absurd, because you would think that since they are, inherently breaking the law by being here, they would want to stay under the radar. Apparently that is not the case.
That's a product of the last 8 years, I would say.
Yeah, no, I was actually just about to say that, but at the same time, thanks to the Obama administration, they've gotten so comfortable with not having anything done to them that it's given them almost this false sense of security. And I think you're right, and I hope you're right, and I hope that's how it goes down, where it's they fucking gather around and out of nowhere fucking ICE agents come in on horseback with ropes and shit, and they just start roping them up.
You took that kind of to the 1800s, but
no,
right.
Fucking do it. And instead of doing a cattle roundup, it's an illegal immigrant roundup. And instead of a cattle drive, we can almost do an immigrant drive, and we can herd them back across the border.
Well, yeah.
Just gather a couple hundred, a couple thousand, cowboys. Fucking fuck it. And we'll just march them on down. We'll come on down to the Guadalupe River and then be okay, swim across, go back. And then if they protest, then that's when the cowboys bring out their weapons and start shooting shit in the air. They're no, get the fuck over the river. So
I don't know. I honestly think that, we need to do this wall, though. I'm big on this wall. Everyone's the wall is racist. I'm no, it's not.
You want the wall.
I want it bad.
Justin says, round up all the illegals and make them build the wall for free. That's how Mexico is going to pay for it. Genius!
Oh my God, that's what's gonna happen.
Yes. Illegal immigrants are not just limited to Mexico. I know that cause, but like, let's just fucking send them all there. Because
You know what would save a lot of money on the wall is we just annex Mexico and build a smaller wall down south somewhere.
That's true. I don't think they'd go for that though. Something tells me the Mexican president will not allow that.
But all you gotta do is be like, hey, guess what, Mexican people? You can become citizens right now. All you gotta do is revolt.
Which that's what you want, right? That's why you keep coming up here. You can just be South Texas. We're going to rename you and everything.
and I just saved like $1 billion on like wall fees. So bam.
Yes. I agree. But no, I saw something the other day and I kind of thought it was funny. And it was like, why not just start a GoFundMe thing for the wall? And I was like, that would actually probably work. And then this hooker was like, and then you could have your name on the bricks and it's like a wall, but for racists. And it's like, just because we want border security does not make us racist. Like, let's remember this.
See, Trump wants a wall, and I'm more of like a totalitarianism. I guess I said the word wrong, but whatever. I'm like, I think landmines and snipers are cheaper than a wall, but that's just my opinion.
Landmines and snipers.
Way cheaper than a wall.
You're not wrong. Now, would you also have concertina wire, like going down? As kind of like
that shit's evil. That shit's evil.
Like
no one needs to experience that.
No, everyone does. I got stuck under some in basic.
I got stuck in some in Iraq. I was in what's a place? It's like west of Mosul, a little base called QS, and I was just walking, minding my business, and I fell into just some random ball of it, and I was stuck there for like 4 hours until someone came up and like saved me. And this is pitch black. I'm sitting there like, should I scream? Should I just be quiet? What should I do? I didn't know because I was just like, a PFC at the time, so I just stayed there quiet until someone like saw me.
Help! Wait, did you have your reflective belt?
That was before that stupid shit.
That's why you fell in. You were not safe. You were not protected. But no, I got stuck in C-Wire in basic. I was at a little place called Fort Leonard Wood. And we were doing a night fire obstacle course. I don't know. We had to fucking it was miserable. I just remember it being miserable because it was cold and it was raining. And I was like, why the fuck am I here right now? I can't feel my hands. But we had to it was almost like I felt like we were in trench warfare almost. They're like, we got to train for trench warfare, and I'm like, fuck, what war are we training for here? I know I'm just 18, but I'm confused right now. So we had to climb up from this makeshift trench and cross no man's land, which was nothing but super loose sand with C-wire all over it, and you had to fucking crawl on your back, and I got fucking hooked on my stomach, and my drill sergeant's fucking low crawling next to me, and she's yelling in my ear you need to move, and I'm like, I'm fucking stuck, hooker. I can't move for shit. I'm trying to use my rifle to get the C-wire off me. I'm like, this isn't working. Just fucking kill me now.
Yeah, that shit will snatch you up real quick.
I was like, I'm dead. Go on without me. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, the C-wire, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I've been stuck in that. Not for 4 hours. Well, only maybe 30
that gives me
seconds.
nightmares. When people say C-wire, I kind of cringe a little bit, my spine tingles.
But yeah. So According to this article, when President Trump looks out into the crowd gathered on Capitol Hill to hear his State of the Union address on Tuesday, he'll be looking into the faces of illegal immigrants he promised to protect. When did he promise to protect them? I'm confused.
He didn't promise to protect them. He said he would make a deal on the DACA, which doesn't really say much. I mean, the deal could be like, you're all getting the fuck out of here.
Right? No, but I mean, I think Great Cloud and I were talking about this on Tuesday, and he's pretty much, he's no longer wanting to have it be an executive order, you know, because again, executive orders have to be re-signed every presidency, right? Which is what happened with Obama. Obama signed executive orders about this. It's not a law. It only becomes law if Congress does anything with it. And that's what Trump said. Like, Trump said, hey, if you guys want DACA to continue, make it into a law. Congress, this is your job, your lane. I don't want it. You do something with it. And,
which is ingenious.
You know, and so because Trump is able to fucking veto this executive order and be like, no, fuck this. Like, if Congress can't make up their minds, then I guess we don't need it. Veto, bitch. And, like, I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it's going to go down. Like, word for word. You watch. He's going to tweet it.
Oh.
Hashtag veto,
He's
bitch.
going to throw the twat cannon out.
Hell yeah. So Democratic House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, also known as Satan, and more than 23 other Democrats in Congress each plan to bring a, quote, dreamer, unquote, a recipient of the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA, to Trump's first annual message to a joint session of Congress. A number of senators and House representatives has said immigrants and dreamers will be in the crowd. ABC News confirmed this with a list provided by a congressional official. During the address, the president traditionally, there we go, outlines his legislative plans.
You know, I was always curious, like, you come over, like I had a friend of mine, he was actually trying to do it legit. He was from El Salvador trying to do it legit. And he had to get a sponsor, right? You know, you need a sponsor to come over here, pretty much. And for some reason, you know, I'm scratching my head, like, I don't see any of these senators sponsoring none of these motherfuckers.
No, they're not. Because all they want is their vote. So all they're doing is a bunch of mouth work, right? Like, just talking a good game to where they will get the support of people who are legally not allowed to vote. So I don't know why they're wasting their time. Just putting that out there.
That reminds me.
But, yeah. So the DACA program, which was established by President Obama in 2012, grants these people 2-year work permits in the U.S. without fearing deportation. So it's only a 2-year program that apparently people can continue to reapply for. I guess. I don't know.
So it's like an amnesty loophole, pretty much, that was made?
Yeah. For at least 2 years. But it's what I don't understand, though, is that if these people who obviously, if they have enrolled into this program, they're fully aware that they are not legal citizens.
Oh, exactly.
Why is it they have not applied for visas or citizenship?
Because it's so hard or so expensive or so time consuming.
So would be deportation. Right? If getting your ass deported back to your home country and then trying to come back is not time consuming or is less time consuming than obtaining legal rights to be here, I think you're wrong. I'm just saying.
I mean, I mean, some of these people, like in the States, I'll say, depending on what state you're in, they can go to the DMV and apply for a driver's license.
Dude,
And have you ever been to the DMV?
that's-
Have you ever been to the
That's
DMV?
California. Since you brought it up,
Oh, fuck that noise.
we're gonna
Fuck
talk
that
about
noise.
it right now. No. So California this spring will begin automatically registering adults who obtain or renew a driver's license to vote, including large numbers of non-citizens and immigrants or illegal immigrants living in the state. So non-citizens are able to apply and get and obtain and renew driver's licenses, and so are illegal immigrants. And because of this new fucking law, or this new policy that California has, when you obtain or renew your license, you are automatically registered to vote. Does not matter if you're a citizen or not. Congratulations, California. You have violated the Constitution in every single way.
Well, I mean, that would explain why a big hunk of California is trying to push itself away from, the rest of the big cities. The coastline.
Right. So the only way drivers who say they are legal won't have their information sent to state voter rolls under the latest implementation of the California Motor Voter Act. God damn, that's what they called it. Is if they opt out, which opens the door for the potential of widespread voter fraud, according to critics of the plan. Quote, you're setting the state up for disaster. They don't seem to have a process in place to verify that people are who they say they are. It's a free-for-all, a process that can be manipulated, says Catherine Engelbrecht, the founder of True the Vote, a national organization that unsuccessfully pressed Governor Jerry Brown to veto the law allowing automatic voter registration. Let's also remember that in the 2016 presidential election, more people voted in the LA basin than are registered to vote. Let that sink in for a little bit. More people were able to go and vote and cast ballots than there are legal people registered to vote.
Thank God for that thing called the Electoral College.
Yes. But there's that. But then also, the fuck? Like, why the fuck do we not have voter IDs? Like, why do we not show our IDs when we go vote? Especially
that's racist.
if we go to a fucking, like, a voting booth, right? And you don't fucking vote by mail, which is what I normally fucking do. I'm just like, circle, 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 fucking mail away. All right, fucking voted. I fucking did my part. But at voter booths, why the fuck is it considered racist to have someone there to check your fucking ID card to make sure you are who you say you are and that you are legally able to vote?
Well, I know in my state, you have to produce some sort of photo ID. That normally it's state, and then they check your address. Like, are you even supposed to be voting in this district, kind of thing. They'll pull your ID from you and then they'll ask you the address. That's the way it works here. But I don't know how it works in some places because like dead people be voting in Chicago and shit. So I don't.
Exactly. That's it. People are going around and registering the deceased to vote. And they're able to fucking push more votes than there are people who are actually able to fucking vote. And then again, with California, they're able to give out, again, this is California. This is, oh my God, it's fucking Jerry Brown. And he's destroying my home state. And the California just needs the whole goddamn state just needs to either fall off into the ocean or it needs to burn. Just burn everything in there, burn it all. We can save a handful of people. There's a couple people in my family I want to get out of there. I'm sure there's some other people in there that I want to pull out too and be like, all right, let's move you across the border to Arizona, chill there while the state's on fire for a little bit, and then we can go repopulate, right? But the majority of California and the majority of the people in there need to just fucking go. Because for whatever reason, for California, it's fucking racist to ask someone for any sort of ID when you go to vote, which it fucking blows my mind. Like, why is this an issue? Every adult has some form of legal identification.
Shit, in my state, if a police officer stops you and you can't produce ID, you get held until they can identify you. So you can get held up to 48 hours if you don't have an ID card on you.
Right? Like, so, and it's mind blowing that the people who accuse us of being racist are the ones who are so racist about it. They're like, oh, people of color can't obtain IDs. What? The fuck you mean they can't obtain IDs? They just fucking go to the DMV like everybody else. Like, they wait in line and hate life for a couple hours. And then they get an ID and then everything's good. Like, what the fuck do you mean they can't obtain an ID? Who the fuck are you? But those are the people who say that they're all for, like everyone's rights. And, like, they fucking swing on the left. And it's like, God, like, do you hear yourself right now? Ugh.
I always found it that, like, the most racist people are the ones screaming racism the most.
They are.
Like, if you can sit down and cherry pick things like that, you are a racist. Like, I don't even look at things like that. Like, never in my life have I ever done that.
Right. Like, what were you saying, Spinks?
No, what about felons? I mean, like, I'm sure they can drive, once they get out of jail and have done their time. And are they going to be automatically registered to vote now?
See? Which, if you're a fucking felon, if you've committed a felony, you no longer get to vote.
I mean, is that racist?
Depends on the state.
I mean,
voters' rights are based on the state, and that was kind of like done on purpose, I think. But like that whole what's this, like, fucking bitch boy, fucking Bradley Manning or whatever, fucking can't figure out what the fuck he wants to do. Like, Maryland is now passing a law that says felons can vote now and or run for office.
Oh.
And I didn't want to bring that fucker up. I did it. Oh God, shoot me in the foot, please.
But yeah, so California has, since 2015, so it's, barely 2 years, right? Because we just started 18, has granted driver's licenses to illegal immigrants. And they can't even call these people what they fucking are, which is illegal immigrants. They have to call them immigrants living illegally.
Or migrants. I love that term when they say migrants.
So, illegal immigrants, right? Like, yeah.
Well, when they say the term migrant, I always think, like, what are they, like, some sort of, like...
They're a pigeon!
Like, pigeon that, like, migrates during certain times of year, like...
Migrating? Is that an African swallow?
African or European swallow?
A 1 pound bird or a 5 ounce bird cannot carry a 3 pound coconut. Sorry. Okay. Back to the article.
Forget Camelot. 'Tis a silly place.
'Tis a silly place. Now go away, or I shall taunt you a second time. So California has, since 2015, granted driver's licenses to illegal immigrants in the state. An estimated 1 million of those are believed to have been obtained by the end of last year. Under the new system, which begins April 1st, anyone who already has a valid license and applies for renewal in person or by mail could potentially be added to the voter registration rolls by claiming they are legal. So
all I got to do is identify as being a legal citizen, and that's it.
yeah.
Oh, this shit's gone too far.
So you just have to claim like, so now is it the same claim like where Bradley Manning claims to be a chick? It's like that kind of claim where you think you're a legal citizen, but in reality you're not. Just like he thinks he's a girl, but in reality he's not. That sort of claim, like, I don't know. So Linda Payne, co-founder of the nonpartisan Election Integrity Project of California, said her organization has visited DMV offices to observe how workers handle undocumented immigrants. Oh, okay, so handle illegal immigrants. Yes. That's another good way of putting it. They're undocumented. They lost their documents. You mean they never applied for them? She said the visits and meetings with state officials left her with little confidence about any safeguards to prevent illegal voter registration.
Says a lot.
We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked.
Yeah. This is what I was saying the other night, with these big cities and these big like jurisdictions, they need to break them down like the way DC works. It's kind of like, they're separate from the state. Call it the District of Los Angeles, District of New York, break them down so they don't have this much power.
It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's just it's gonna burn. It's all gonna burn, and I'm gonna move to Ireland. That's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
I'm gonna migrate back to my like one of my origins somewhere.
John Owl, California was not always blue. If you look at an actual like electoral map of California, the majority of the state is red.
That's why I don't know if you've seen that New California is what they're calling it now.
They're gonna have to because, and then just fucking give old California back to Mexico. It'll be like a deal. It'll be like, okay, old California, like, where fucking Governor Jerry Brown can reign supreme over. That we can give that back to Mexico, right? And we'll make them a deal and be like, hey, send all your illegals over there, and then they can stay there. But we get New California. So.
Oh my God! That part of California is going to fall into the ocean like everyone's been talking about for the last 20 years.
Dude, I hope so. It's pretty much right along the San Andreas fault line. So. Hopefully one of these days.
Nature do us a favor.
Yeah. Aw, United Status Marine Crops. Hello. Or Marin. Is it Marin or Marine? I think it's Marin because there's no E. Untied.
U.S. Marine. Oh.
Yeah. Untied Status Marin Crops. I love their page.
Love it. I love that derpy.
It's sneak.
It's like here's a crayon. Draw yourself.
Yeah. No, seriously, I fucking love their page. I laugh every time. It's kind of fucking gets a little difficult to read sometimes because I don't eat crayons. So I have to sit there and like really study it and be like, all right, what are they trying to tell me here? Like, I know it's English, kind of, and I know they're trying to tell me something. Let me figure this out. I normally send it to my brothers.
It sucks you in because you have to read it.
They do. I normally send it to my brothers who are Marine veterans, and I'm like, I need a translator. And then they tell me to fuck off. Apparently they can't read either. But yeah, okay. I got distracted, sorry. So yes. Wait, crayons, lipstick, what's the difference? Am I right, Minx? Touche, Daniel. Touche.
But I don't see you taking big bites out of your lipstick.
You don't know.
Okay. I question you now.
No, I don't eat my lipstick. I don't. Mostly because it's liquid when it goes on. So there's that. So Linda Payne said there are thousands and thousands of DMV workers across our huge state. They are not trained. There's no actual protection to prevent non-citizens from being added to voter rolls. It's not even that people who are ineligible want to be registered. They may not know that they have to select opt out. California Secretary of State Alex Padilla, the state's top election official, has in the past maintained there are safeguards in place to ensure ineligible people are not registered. Illegal immigrants obtain a special driver's license that note on it federal limits apply. When asked for specific examples of such safeguards, Padilla did not immediately provide them, which means there aren't any.
So wait, let me backtrack a little bit. So what you're saying is Californians' tax dollars are going for IDs for illegal immigrants.
Yeah, and housing.
Some little check mark on it.
Dude, and housing for them, and fucking food stamp, the fucking vehicles for them. They get everything.
Oh, so that's why there's a poop map in San Francisco then.
Because of all of our homeless. Because
of those programs.
Yeah, because California would rather take care of illegal immigrants who have flooded the state than to take care of their own citizens. And apparently in Washington,
like something that just happened recently with what Congress.
What do you mean?
The shutdown. They would rather worry about illegals than the actual military.
Weird. Right? Wonder why California is broke? This is why. We don't have money to fix our fucking freeways, our fucking dams, anything that deals with California infrastructure, they can't fix because we're broke. Because all the money is spent going towards welfare and giving people handouts, there we go, and not hand-ups. And going towards supporting non-citizens. Because apparently they prioritize over citizens. Somehow.
It sounds like a country that I talk about a lot that's having issues down south.
Venezuela?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it sounds like something that they were trying to do, and they're having the same issues. No wonder.
So weird.
I mean, what, there's got to be a common denominator with this.
Democrats.
Is it Democrats, or is it because like Kennedy was a Democrat, but if you compare him to today's Democrats, he would be considered a conservative.
Yeah.
So I'm confused. There's got to be some sort of, I don't know.
I think it's
I'm doing the math in my head.
I think it's this this surge of popularity for socialism and communism. Because somehow, for whatever reason, all of these kids in college and who are just graduating college are, and I can't say all, right? I can't group them all together because there are some who are conservatives and there are some who are like, this is fucking stupid. And I get that. The majority, though, have, for whatever reason, had this like communist like awakening where That's their goal. They want socialism, right? But you can't have socialism because what is the end goal of socialism? And it's communism, which, let's face it, communism is terrible. It kills more people than really anything. And there is no such thing as a true communist country. Like, there isn't. There never has been, never will be. Can't do it. Because someone
No.
Someone will always be in power.
Oh,
Someone will always be in power. True communism, everything is equal. No one is above status than anybody else. You cannot have any sort of functioning society that is truly communist because someone will always be in power. Someone will always be above someone else. Like, there will always be some sort of
study
structure.
human physiology, and you can figure that out like right off the bat.
Like, even in nature, like, there's always going to be an alpha. Like, especially...
don't say that word. You're going to trigger some people. Don't do that.
Suck a dick, alpha. No, but, like, fucking, if you look at pack animals, which, let's face it, that's what humans are. We're pack animals. There's always going to be an alpha, and there's always going to be a beta. There's always going to be everyone in the middle, and then there's always going to be an omega. Humans cannot function where everyone is just in the middle. Because it's not going to happen. Because someone is going to come in and take over. And because, they claim that North Korea is communist. That's funny. Last time I checked, they have a dictator. So they're not communist. Venezuela claims to be socialist. They have a dictator. He's not called a dictator. He's called a president, and he was elected in there. Or was he?
Well, Saddam Hussein was elected every time, so, I mean...
Right.
Oh, hey, the math is starting to add up here. Hold on, let's keep going with this.
Right. Ugh. Fucking.
See, I just needed to start a helicopter business in California, and I'd solve everything right off the bat.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer. Why helicopters in California?
Free helicopter rides. Come on.
And then you're gonna push them out?
Yeah.
I mean,
come on.
I guess.
Free helicopter rides are free helicopter rides. Everyone knows that.
I guess. Well, it's that point of the night where it's time for housekeeping. So, Pookie, if you could be so kind as to do our show lineup for me.
Okay. I will start with tomorrow. We have Saturday Night Savagery. That's Jay Reddy and me. We get on a little tinfoil hatish kind of little bit. Sunday we got Green Room guys. Those are, we call them the Weed Bros. They know everything about cannabis. You need to check their show out. It's awesome. Monday we have the Monday edition with Ice and Flash. That's a really good and informative show. Check it out. Tuesday is Tied Up Tuesdays with yours truly, Minx, right here. And Gray Cloud, which is a great show. I enjoy it. Let's see here. Wednesday. Right now, Wednesday's up in the air. We do have WTF Nation gaming deal going on. You should check that out and go to WTF Nation Gaming. Check it out on our Facebook. It's an interesting gaming page we're starting up. Let's see. Thursday we got Sergeant's Time, Ice, and Mike Golf. Yes. And that brings us right back to our show tonight. Friday Night Freedom. Boom.
You're missing one.
Oh yes, Jose's taco truck. Oh, we got KJ,
Wait,
KJ and KJ and a new guy. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
It starts Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
So go check it out.
Yes, that is true. Good job.
I got that pat of approval.
Hooray, you did it!
Hey, guess what? I didn't have a skunk attack me this time, so I'm good.
That's good. Right? What was it, 2 weeks ago? Because I wasn't here last week. 2 weeks ago?
No, it was like 2 weeks ago. I'm sitting here trying to and a skunk come in my house.
I remember that. Oh, yeah. And our new guy is named Spurs.
Spurs, yeah.
Because he's a Cav man.
Oh yeah, I'm totally sorry that I forgot your name.
On staff now. His name is New Guy. No, Mikey, it's not New Guy.
It's New Guy.
It's not. Don't listen to Pookie. All right, so upcoming guests. So next Monday, we have Blake Stillwell from We Are the Mighty. Blake Stillwell is the Senior Director of Digital Video Content and the Mandatory Fun podcast host. Oh my God, Mandatory Fun. That's amazing.
Mandatory Fun.
Yeah. That's awesome. Sorry, I'm joking on spit right now. Blake is a traveler, writer, and what? Dude, I'm not even sure that's a word.
Does it say fiduciary? Because stay away from that.
No. It's erstwhile. Is that a word? Spanky.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Is it erstwhile?
Yes, it is. Erstwhile is a word.
Oh, that's a word. I learn new things every day. This is good. An erstwhile adventurer with degrees in design, television, and film, public relations, and international relations. He's a former U.S. Air Force combat cameraman and Iraq War veteran who spent time as a field photographer and communications officer in the Middle East and Africa for the Near East Foundation. Blake has also worked for ABC News, NBC, HBO, and the White House. On February 2nd, which is a Friday, it's next Friday, Mary Harper from Operation Shoebox. Mary Harper is the founder and president of Operation Shoebox and will be on to discuss what they do for our troops overseas and how the holiday season went, sending thousands of shoeboxes to them. Operation Shoebox embraces a practical mission of providing hands-on support for our troops deployed overseas and returning home. It is the mission of Operation Shoebox to meet the needs of every hero. Of every hero with dignity and appreciation. Whether it looks like packaging coffee, socks, toothpaste, and sports gear into care packages or sending letters of encouragement, whether it looks like organizing fundraisers or collecting supplies for homeless veterans, Operation Shoebox is committed to treating every hero with care and honor. On Monday, February 5th, we have PJ Walsh, who is a Navy veteran, is known as one of the hardest working comedians behind the microphone. He has boundless energy, and the strength of his physical comedy has carried him around the globe, from the Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City to over 20 overseas tours for U.S. troops in several countries, including Iraq and Afghanistan. PJ will be back on to tell us how his most recent tour overseas went and to let us know what he has been up to. On Tuesday, February 6th, Kate Manion is a Marine Corps veteran from 2008 to 2012 and was a member of the Marine Corps' first female engagement team. She deployed to Afghanistan twice and even crapped her pants there once. That's good to know. After getting out, she finished her degree at Fordham University in New York City and participated in the Veteran Immersion Program at The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Now she's a contributor for the military satire site, Duffel Blog. There we go. And coordinates social media for Barstool Sports military podcast, Zero Blog 30. She's done sketch, improv, and stand-up, and now bombs at stand-up open mics in the Philly area. So those are our upcoming guests.
Sounds like a good lineup.
Right? I'm so excited. We got a good number of comedians coming up. This is going to be a good time. Gonna be a good time.
Wasn't PJ Walsh on the show a while back?
Yeah.
Awesome.
He was a good one. So yeah. So that's our shows. Thanks everybody for tuning in with us. Have an amazing weekend. And yeah, we will.
Yeah, be safe.
Yeah, be safe. And we will see you tomorrow for Saturday Night Savagery.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Here, take this photograph, tell me what it is you see when you look at me. Deep into the photography, I don't really need your sympathy, just tell me your thoughts. Have I got what they got, and is it a plot done for naught? Am I not like you, because I do what I do? Who knew that I could lose a few of you, cause I bleed blue? But it's true, I know, cause I see it every day as I work and I sleep the day away. Like you I have pain, and like you I have fear. Can I pay all of the bills and still make it through the year? While I make it home alive, should I pray to the sky every day and every night? Will I hold you by my side? But in the public eye, I don't even have a heart. A robot of the system moving only when I'm told to start. Rip apart my art, I'm strong like a flower blooming. You got it all wrong, I know I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier. Green beret, 21 gun salute, don't wanna see today. In the constant war zone, in the home of the brave, where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you, so blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight. Your peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media betrayed me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like